just accept it, or if you don't want to be recorded, please exit the call. No. So wait one more minute on this beautiful day we had today with no wind.
It's beautiful.
I'll just tell you a quick story for the minute that we have right now. So I'm building a new house. It is done, but over the course of the 2 years in building it, we're on the water. I noticed some of the chairs that were on the edge of the dock had fallen into the Metedeconk. So today was a nice day. So after the brick board meeting, I decided to go into the river, and I was able to pull out 3 of the 4 chairs. And they're
Not a bad deal.
Nice.
seaweed.
Oh my
And
goodness.
I think we may be able, I don't know if we're going to save them. My wife thinks we can power wash them, so we'll see. That's what my afternoon consisted of. Now they're just on the dock drying out.
If you need any help sitting in the chairs, I'm your guy.
Yeah, you don't want to sit in them right now, for sure.
Well, no, I mean once you clean them.
Oh, once we clean them, yes, okay. Once we clean them. Anyway, let's get started. Welcome, everyone. My name is Bobby D'Ambrosio with the Brick Chamber of Commerce. And tonight's call is really to answer your questions. I got a lot of email. If you were getting emails from the Brick Chamber of Commerce Career Day email, that was from me. And a lot of you did have questions. Some of the speakers have spoken before and know what it's all about, but we're really here to answer your questions, but we're going to go over each day. Next Wednesday is Township, which is the 20th, and then Memorial is on the 27th. You should have received detailed letters or PDFs for each school, as well as a parking diagram for Memorial, because it's a little trickier over there. So I'm going to actually, Dawn and Tracy, I'm going to have you just go through the day. I'll chime in as I need to, and then we'll take questions and answers if things don't get answered. So Dawn, since Township is first, why don't you go ahead, if you could explain the day, what's going to go on that day.
So I have food set to arrive before 7 o'clock. So when you come in the doors at 7 o'clock, we're asking that you don't come before 7. Students arrive off the buses at 6:50, and the buses pull out by 7. So if you arrive at 7, you should be fine. If you arrive before that, you run the risk of our strange traffic pattern and running into the flow of bus traffic. So we're asking that you arrive at 7 o'clock. You can park in the covered lot. It's the only lot that has solar panels on it. You can park anywhere in that lot, and you're just going to walk towards the main entrance, towards the horseshoe. If it's raining that day, hopefully it won't be. Hopefully it'll be a beautiful day like today. If it's raining, I'll have somebody stationed at the side entrance to let you in, so you don't have to walk the whole length of the school. And then you'll sign in at the main office. There'll be a sign-in sheet that should have your name on it. You'll get, and I don't think we'll be doing name tags for that day as long as you're with Career Day. And we have your name already down. From the sign-in at the main office, you'll just proceed straight down the hallway to the breakfast and the library. And then we'll have students direct you to your location around 7:30. First block will be from about 7:30 to 8:30. We have a 5-minute passing time, and second block starts at 8:35. So second block will be a little bit longer, from 8:35 to 10:05.
Let me just add one thing too. So the breakfast from 7 to like 7:30 is a great time for all of you to network with each other as well. It's a good time to meet other businesses, meet some new people, and then go ahead and go to where you need to go. Sorry, Dawn.
No, that's perfect. Yeah, I would love everyone to be able to talk. Should be a better breakfast than last year. So we appreciate the donation to be able to do
Will there
that.
Will there be coffee?
There better be coffee. I'm paying Shore Catering to come and cater the food. So there had better be coffee this year. I hopefully do not have to send our principal at 7 o'clock in the morning to Dunkin' Donuts. So once again, I have paid for coffee, but this time I'm hoping that coffee actually arrives. So there should actually be hot items too. So we're hoping to have a good breakfast, and just the kids are really looking forward to it. I have over 200 students already signed up, not including classes. Some teachers are bringing their entire class to a specific presentation, and some teachers are encouraging their entire class to sign up so that they don't have to escort them to a specific location or force them to listen to somebody, a topic that doesn't pertain to them. So the kids are really excited about it. We always enjoy the day. We're super thankful for everything the Chamber has done to help us set this up. We absolutely could not run it without the Chamber of Commerce. So I'm super thankful, and we're just really looking forward to it.
And just to, so once you get assigned where you're going, there'll be 7 categories. So you'll be assigned to one specific category, and the students, correct me if I'm wrong, Dawn, the students will sign up for a specific category: health, business, et cetera, et cetera. So all
Correct,
the people
yeah.
in the session you would be speaking to for the first and second block would have signed up for that category. We're pretty close to having everyone in the categories. We are not finalized yet. So you will know when you show up on Wednesday, where you will be.
Yeah.
Is that it for you? Go to Tracy.
Sure.
Or did someone have specific questions about Township?
I do. I'm sorry, my camera's not working. I'm so sorry. I'm Trish Magnata.
okay.
I'm from Monmouth Integrative Counseling Services, and I came in just a couple minutes late. So could we review just quickly the start of the day again, so I make sure I'm on target? Okay, go ahead. I'm sorry. Thank you.
Absolutely. No.
Okay.
We're
Okay.
You're totally fine. I'm having my own camera issue with my computer, so totally understand the technology issue. So the day will start at 7 a.m. We're asking that you arrive and park in. It's called the West Lot. You don't have to know that. It's the only lot that has solar panels over it. So it's closest to the vocational school, closest to the parkway. So whether you're coming down, if you're coming down Chambers Bridge Road from the Lakewood side, you'll pass. That'll be the first entrance into the school. If you're coming the opposite way and taking the jug handle, it'll be as soon as you come through the jug handle, you'll see it.
Okay.
So you park under the covered lot. You can park, there's other spots that aren't covered. You can park anywhere in that parking lot. If you have a nice car and you don't want to park next to high school students, I totally understand. If you want to park a little further away, if it's raining that day, I'll have someone stationed to open the side door. If not, you'll travel across the sidewalk, not the crosswalk. You'll travel across the sidewalk to the main entrance and sign in there.
Okay. Okay.
And then
go ahead.
And then we'll escort you to the library.
Got it. Okay, that's where I came in. Okay. Okay, to the library. Okay, great.
The food's the most important part. So you came in at the exact right spot to get to the high school and get to the food, and we'll take care of everything else for you.
And then I thought my company sponsored one of the breakfasts. Do you know about that? Do you know which one Monmouth Integrative? Okay, can you tell me? I can't remember. Okay.
You sponsored our school, so I'm especially okay with you coming in late because we're really, really thankful. I don't know if you were there last year, but we had an issue where I paid for coffee and coffee was not delivered.
Okay. Okay.
Inviting 50 people to a high school at 7 o'clock in the morning, coffee is kind of
it's a necessity.
A mandatory.
Yes.
Yes. More than I think anything else, people want coffee in the morning. So.
So we're sponsoring the breakfast on the 20th. Is that right? The 20th? If that's our breakfast? Yeah. Okay. All right. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you took me from being able to afford granola bars and fruit from last year to being able to make sure that we have coffee. There will be some hot items there as well. Shore Catering is actually bringing food in, and then we have
wonderful
coming too.
Okay.
So,
good. Okay.
Yeah. So I am very thankful and looking forward to a decent breakfast as opposed to the bare minimum.
Are we allowed to bring like I have like little tote bags and stuff? Are we allowed to bring any of that or no?
Okay. Absolutely. Yeah, anything you want to bring to promote your business. If you want to bring business cards, I even saw at Brick and Beyond, somebody had like a bracelet that has a QR. You tap your phone to it, and it
Oh, yeah.
shares the information. Anything you want to
Okay.
bring, you are welcome to bring. I just can't guarantee how many students are going to be there in that specific session. So if I can't give you an exact number of how many students will be in that session, but you can bring anything to promote your business.
Okay.
This is the one opportunity our students really get to hear from people in different fields, and it has inspired so many students to follow a career path that they never thought before. That we're just, I said multiple times, we just love this day because it's so cool to see local business owners and people from Brick in the area and how they support our community and how they got into their jobs. So it's a really awesome day for our students and for us as faculty.
Okay. And about how long do you expect the presentation to be? So when we're talking.
That's the other toughest question. It
Okay.
really depends on how many people are in your area. So we have students who are going to help run us on time. The first block will be shorter than the second because of the breakfast. So first block, it'll be an hour split between the speakers, and second block, it'll be almost 80 minutes split between the speakers.
Okay. So
Yeah, so
plan on
probably
maybe 10 minutes?
Yeah, between 8 and 12. You might have 12.
Perfect.
in the
8 to
second
12
one.
minutes.
Yeah.
Okay. Perfect. Okay.
And
Go ahead.
so there will be a teacher moderating each session. So if you're going, like, you'll be in the medical and health category. So when you
Okay.
get there will be a teacher there. And when you get there and the students get there and you are going to begin, the teacher or someone here can say, okay, we have 46 minutes left and there's 7 of us. Let's divide it.
Okay.
And
Okay, gotcha.
go. So we don't want to have someone not speak. So
Okay.
you guys can figure that out.
Okay. Okay.
Sure. Now someone might only go for 5 minutes, and then you'll have a couple extra minutes. And someone might go a little longer. They hopefully won't go a little longer. But if they do, then you'll just have to adjust. And the second block is longer, so it shouldn't be any issues.
Okay.
Tracy, you want to talk about Memorial, and then we can take some more questions.
Sure. So Brick Memorial, the biggest change for anyone that did it prior to this year is that the parking has changed. So we still want all the speakers to park on the bus platform, but the traffic flow changed. So now you're going to be, everybody pulls into one entrance, the main entrance, and you're just going to have to follow the signs behind the school and then pull around and park on the bus platform. I'm going to have probably one of the administrators outside kind of directing also, but I'm going to have career day signs out there so you can see the traffic pattern. I believe there was a map that was sent out, one of the last emails. We'll send it out again. So it gives you a good idea of where you have to go, but you're basically just pulling into the main entrance, pulling behind the school, and then parking on the bus platform. Once you
I
park,
see it on the map. Yeah.
okay, then you're just going to walk right into the lobby area, and I'll be checking you in there, and then I'll have ROTC students and National Honor Society volunteers escorting you to the breakfast in the green cafeteria. And then once we start, you'll be escorted to your location, and similar setup where the speakers in your group will divide the time. A staff member will kind of help keep track of the time for each speaker. And then there's 2 blocks. So just plan on 8 to 10 minutes or so for speaking 2 times.
Okay.
And that's
Okay.
basically it.
And
Again, thank you so much for your time. And, it really is a nice event, and the students really enjoy it and get a lot out of it. The teachers enjoy it, gives them a little bit of a break, and,
Yeah. Much
Michael,
needed.
Michael, you have a couple questions?
Yeah. Well, my mind just went blank. Holy geez, I'm going to have a senior moment. I know I have 2 members coming with me. I don't know if either one had registered. Janice is a retired airline pilot, and Joe is just on my staff. There'll only be 2 of us speaking. So is there any conditions when they arrive? Can they just sign in at the door? Do I have to pre-register them?
they can just, I mean, I'll just have an extra, I'll sign in sheet so that all the speakers can sign in, and that's fine. And then you'll be with them.
Oh yeah, no, I'm the one that's going to run the our portion of it, but just Janice and I will be speaking. Joe is, I think,
Okay.
he's my morale guy. Keep
Okay.
me
Yeah,
on.
that's no problem.
That's a great
There'll be a
question, too.
sign in sheet.
Yeah, because some people are bringing more than one person. So your time does not get extended. So if there's two of you, then, and it's 10, 11 minutes, and you split that time in half between both people for that company.
And Bobby, that's my other question. Last year at both schools, there was an organization that brought 10 people with them, and each one spoke. And it didn't leave much time for the rest of us. Is there a
Yeah.
way of knowing who is going to be there in our segment?
Not really till you show up, because we're
Okay.
still, but you guys should, and the staff members should moderate that prior. So, Tracy and Dawn, if you got, I don't know if you have some meeting with the staff members before, if you can just talk about that.
Yeah, that shouldn't, you don't remember the
I-
company or because they're in
I
technology?
do, and I don't want to embarrass them, but there
Yeah,
was.
I know the
people.
company too. We'll talk
I-
about, if I could tell you about it on Friday.
It was
Okay,
actually
yeah,
their first.
we can address it with them before.
Yeah.
It was their first time ever doing it, and I think they got the message even after the first session at the first school. So they're aware of it now for sure. I know who they were as well. It wasn't intentional. They just had never done it before, and they were told to bring as many people as they wanted, so they did.
If you can send me the names, just either in an email or to the Brick Schools Career Day of who is coming with you. Our principal is a little more strict on who's coming, so I just want to have the names ahead of time. If it's possible, if somebody shows up that day who wasn't on the list, it's totally fine. We'll handle it. It just makes it easier if I already have their names, so I can just put them on the list. Our attendance secretary is basically an attendance officer, and he's very strict about who's coming in. So if I have the names, it just makes it that much easier. But yeah, absolutely bring people with you, and we will absolutely address to make sure that we don't have anybody who's kind of taking over the time.
All right, I have no problem with giving you the information. I thought of a last question when I had my senior moment a few minutes ago. Do we have access to a PowerPoint projector, or should I just forget about bringing that kind of connection with me?
I
Is there a
think
video screen or flat screen TV or something like that?
I think
You
you're
should
in
have
science and
access.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think
he is
for
in
yours
science
you
and
do.
technology.
Okay,
The
good.
library has the library does have we have an HDMI cord to hook up to. So either if you have a PowerPoint, like you have a laptop with you, we can just connect to it if it has an HDMI connector. If you don't have a PowerPoint, if it's just on like a flash drive or something, we can just connect one of our computers and project it through there.
All right, thank you.
Absolutely. Yeah, your group is good. You have a projection screen. The other spaces do not have a projection screen. So we try to keep science tech in the library so that they have access. So you should absolutely have that. I think you sent me the presentation from last year. Is that correct?
I'm not going to use that. I have something.
Okay. Awesome.
Okay, which would be easier, a thumb drive or my own laptop for the PowerPoint? Which would be easier for you guys?
I would probably say if you want to bring your laptop, but I would just say the thumb drive just in case there's any issues with connecting to the Wi-Fi.
Yeah.
Because I don't know about you guys, we don't have Google programs, so everything I have is connected to the internet, so I don't have PowerPoints, I have Google Slides, so if I can't access the internet, I can't access my PowerPoint, so.
All right,
Now, Dawn, Ed is not gonna be in the library, so can we accommodate him?
Yeah, where is he, do you have the thing in front of you?
Entrepreneurship vocational,
Is that, I want to say that's Cafe
2.
2, okay. I can get a projector to Cafe 2.
okay,
I'll
thank
take
you.
that. Absolutely.
What other questions do we have?
I have a question, actually, having not done this before. So this talk that we're doing is about our own career path. That's what you're telling me. And we can provide them with kind of like a pathway to that career, is that what you're looking for?
You can. Go ahead, Tracy. You
You
want to
can
go
kind
first?
of do what you want. Every speaker has their own style and what they want to talk about. But yeah, you could talk about your own path, what you do, describe what you do, how you got there, maybe give them some suggestions if they're interested in pursuing that type of career.
Mhm.
It's really
Okay,
a short amount of time. So
Perfect.
whatever information you can give them in that period of time.
Yeah, and
would be great.
if you can tell a story about it too, they'll tend to listen instead of just facts.
So
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
probably, I was just gonna say that's probably the way it's gonna go, because I'm a pivot career person, and I think it would be a good idea for your students to hear that it's possible to pivot at any time.
Absolutely.
Absolutely, yep.
Okay, perfect. Thank you.
Yeah, we've had some really great stories of like, my family wanted me to be a dentist. My family wanted me to go for a doctoral degree. I was on this career path for 30 years and then I changed. I'll say a lot of my students right now are panicking because they're 17, 18 years old and people are saying, what do you want to do for the rest of your life? And they have no idea. Especially this senior group was freshmen during our hybrid year. So they really missed out on a freshman experience of what high school was like. And I feel like they're more intimidated, and Tracy, you can tell me if your school is different. They are more intimidated than a lot of the other classes I've had on going out into the world, because everything has been so cautious for them that they haven't had some of the same experiences that the other grades have had. So absolutely, if you have a story about changing a career path, or, let me tell you about this funny day that happened in my career. Let me tell you about like this is why I love my job, because I get to do X, Y, Z. Any one of those things works. Just like Bobby said, like the more passionate you are about it and the more interesting the more interesting it is and the more the students can connect to it, the better it goes. But it doesn't have to be like, here's the projections for this career path. Here's what you can expect to make. It doesn't have to be all about that. You can really mold it however you want.
That was a great question. I had the same thought. What am I supposed to do?
Yeah, it's a challenging question, and they feel this pressure of like, what do I do for the rest of my life? And I'm like, you might decide something in 2 years from now, hate it. So that idea of being able to pivot, or I call it coming to the end of one road and needing to find a new direction. Like sometimes you have to hit a dead end to know that you have to turn around. So
Right.
I think that's huge for them. I think they'll really appreciate that. And the kids always love career day. That's why I think, the day I opened signups, I had 150 signups. So it's clear that the students keep coming back year after year.
But I'm
So
looking forward I'm sorry, can I make a suggestion?
Sure.
Whoever the moderator is, if you give like a 2-minute warning to each speaker so you stay on track.
Yes, we have a 2-minute sign and a 2-minute warning sign and a time's up sign. So the goal is to keep everyone within that time frame. And we will absolutely do our best to keep people within their time.
Thank you.
Of course.
So I would love to I need to do a plug. Sorry. So Ocean County College, that's me, and I run the career services there for our students at Ocean County College. Ergo, those of you that are employers on this call, I would love for you to just listen to what Dawn just said, and maybe you might open your doors to some of her 16, 17, and 18-year-olds to do some job shadowing in your companies so that they can start to get a couple of things, the feel of what it is to go and be with an employer, 1. 2, the concept of, oh man, this is not for me. I don't want to do this. Or, holy mother of God, I found my place. One of those 3 things, or all 3 of those things, can happen without the stress of you having to hire that person, without the stress of expectations on some deliverables or outcomes. It's simply the job shadowing experience for that student, especially, which I know this very clearly, students caught in the pandemic gap, they are like deer in the headlights, and
Yeah.
it's very scary for them. So if you are an employer here on this call that can offer anything, a week, a day, they will appreciate that, because it's really no pressure for them as well. It's really an exploratory thing. So that's just my little plug as a career services person, because I think it's important.
Any other questions?
Hello.
Go ahead, Zach.
Hi. Zach Goldberg from Reddit Home. Really quick question. Are we going to have any type of table where we can set things up on, or not really?
Yes.
Okay. So I could
It
bring like
depends on-
should I bring like usually when I do like career fairs and things like that, I'll have like a tablecloth, set things up on the table. Do I have that type of space or not really?
At Memorial, I'm just trying to see what category, or are you speaking at Memorial or just Township?
I think I'm doing both. I would be
Business.
health and sciences.
Oh, okay.
I think, right? I'm home care. That would, I
So
guess,
yeah,
make
you'll
sense.
be in the cafeteria, so you'll have it, you can use one of the tables, sure.
Okay. Yeah, just I didn't know if that was something that was an option. Okay.
Yeah, I believe the same for ours is cafeteria, so it shouldn't be an issue.
Yeah.
And if you need a table and there's not, let me know the morning of. The students will have my information. My colleagues will be around the building. Obviously, they have my phone number.
Yeah.
So just tell me like, hey, I don't have a table here, and I'll make sure we get one right in for you.
I actually don't need anything. I just want, if I had something, I would bring it. But if not, I just won't bring it. I'm just gonna, kind of wing it.
Zach,
Yeah,
I was just gonna
Yeah.
add, just for anybody else too, on that question. There's generally room, just keep in mind that we are coming from where we meet to the room and starting, so it's not like you'll have an inordinate amount of time to set up. We go in, the bell rings, they introduce the group, and the first person starts speaking.
Right. Yeah. I also didn't want to lug a whole bunch of things around with me, so I wanted
Sure.
to kind of keep it a little light. So just kind of curious. That's great.
Yeah, you don't have to bring anything. Whatever, as long, just bring yourself, and then if there's contact information that you want the students to have. I know some people are recruiting, like it will accept students who are right as they graduate for jobs, and some people are just telling their story. So some people are like, absolutely, students can reach out to me, and some people are like, I just wanted to tell my story, have a good day. Either one is totally fine.
Yeah.
But if you
Okay.
want to bring cards to talk to students, I know there are a lot of
Perfect.
students that don't, like I said, don't consider a lot of the options that are out there.
Wonderful. Yeah. I'll bring up business cards and maybe some other small tchotchkes. That's about it. Okay. Thank you so
Perfect.
much.
High school kids love free stuff.
Yeah. All right. You got it.
Anything else?
Any other?
No?
Last chance. Well, thank you all. We really, really, really appreciate you guys volunteering to speak at Career Day. Kids really get a lot out of it and learn stuff, and may come up with a career they never even thought of, which is great. Anything else before we sign off? Or we'll see you all one week, right? 1 week from today.
Mhm.
1 week from
Yep.
today, at 7 a.m. for a good breakfast.
Yeah. I wouldn't say a 5-star Michelin breakfast, but a breakfast.
And maybe coffee.
Hopefully, yeah.
Oh, Brian, there better be coffee.
All right, guys. Thank you so much. We really appreciate
Thank
being on
you.
the call
Yes,
and
thank
what you're
you.
doing and volunteering, and we'll see you next week.
You got it.
Look
Take
forward to it.
care.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye bye.
Bye.